GameStop that like took off and left, you know?
Oh, they were going bankrupt, and then COVID kind of like made it.
Well, I know, like, but then like now he's just like after the peak and everything, the stock's so high, but he had stock and be like, you know what? I'm gonna retire and just sell it right now and just get out right now clean.
Imagine this: in his retirement package, he was gifted 50,000 shares, and they thought he was going to use that for life. He saw that price spike, went nope, no loyalty, no nothing.
Give me cash money.
Pay me. I'm going. Give me now money, me.
Yeah, I forgot he stepped down.
James mentioned it way back this time last year when COVID first started about how he didn't think GameStop was going to last, and the only thing keeping them up was Doom, Animal Crossing, and Cyberpunk pre-sales.
Yeah. Oh, Cyberpunk, how bad it failed.
It was such a disappointment.
It didn't fail. It just, everybody hyped it up. I think, and the guys that made it kind of like bought into it. Like,
I know a lot of people hyped it up, but I have never had that many glitches and bugs. So that was on a game that I just got though. I just had it on the. I know I haven't bought a new game for a while, so it took a little bit to update it and everything. It's still an old system, but I was still like, man, everywhere it's going, shit was just glitching here, cars appear and shit. It was just weird. And it was just like that. It had a lot of bugs in it. But it was still a good game. I still enjoyed it. I still played the shit out of it. Like, I didn't return it.
I returned it. I got killed in a building. A car came through a wall just out of nowhere. Instant killed me. There's people being haunted right now by Adam Smasher in that game.
I'm just saying, if you get hit by a car, dude, like that can happen in real life.
In a building, none of the walls were destroyed. It just spawned on me.
I was gonna say, like,
I worked at KFC where a car went through a building, dude.
I'm sorry,
came
what?
right in the lobby. Yeah, when I worked at that KFC Taco Bell over here, little old lady just put the car right in the lobby.
Were you working when it happened?
Yeah, I was standing right at the desk and watched it happen. And I thought it happened in slow motion. No, she was just going that slow. I was like, oh. Like, man, everything happened so slow. It's like, well, she was only going like 2 miles an hour.
She just
like rip open the door. Are you okay?
Are you guys open?
Yeah, there was no response from me. Like, I'd be terrible in a fucking emergency. Like, I froze. Like, I couldn't believe the shit was happening.
Well, I would even classify it as like a high pace of it.
Yeah, it's
like as soon as like boom, like idiot. Just like stared at the
any moment, like the roof could have caved in or some crazy shit.
I guess, but
at that moment, it was like, this is actually happening right now. Yeah, this is life.
Just like a coworker hits a customer's truck with a forklift or something, like, ooh, it's kind of like that kind of feeling, but not like, oh my god, call 911 right now.
There's blood everywhere.
If we got a situation in our hands, we're gonna need the professionals to come out there.
Would have acted different if it was worse? Probably not. No.
Could have trained Gorilla Glue.
Call Colton. Call. You know what to do.
It's just a small abrasion. I didn't forget Colton.
Just an abrasion. Hey, if she would have, quit bitching the whole time and actually let him look, it could have been different. But I had to throw away that pillow because...
What'd you say?
I had to throw away that pillow because, it didn't stop bleeding, so it bled the entire night. And
did she go to sleep or did she just lay there?
We don't know, but I know that Lindsay went to, get her in the morning, to there was breakfast, and, as she moved her head, there was just red. Oh! So they went to the hospital, and...
I wondered, that had to have been awkward to tell the doctor. It's been bleeding for 12 hours.
Oh, but he said it was just an abrasion, the doctor
It's just an abrasion, Colton. Just say cut.
We didn't go to expensive medical college, sir.
Yeah, you ain't gotta use these fancy words to hang out here.
He has an abrasion on his epidermis. He has a cut in his skin, bro.
Well, is it?
His head's cut open.
Is it a wise tale or not to go to sleep with a concussion?
I don't think it's a wise tale.
Are you supposed to? Or,
no, you're not supposed to.
I know, because I've heard both.
It's I think it's because you can go into a coma.
Yeah, I've always heard it was bad, but just the other night I was watching that stupid it was ER Live or something that shows the paramedics going out to scenes and stuff. But then there was one of the paramedics going, oh, it's just a wise tale. Don't worry about it. You can lay down, buddy. You can because this little boy smacked his head or something. Thought he had a concussion, and the mom was like, is it alright if he goes to sleep? And the guy was just like, oh yeah, that's just wise tale. You can go lay down, buddy. You can go to sleep. And I'm watching it going, bro, I thought that was bad.
Aren't you professional?
Yeah. You shouldn't do this.
Yeah, I thought it was, but I just kind of questioned it. I guess I thought maybe that was a wise tale. So I was looking it up a little bit, but I don't see anything really relating.
Nothing? Is it wives' tale or wise tale?
I think it's wives. Isn't it wives?
Wives.
Yeah.
Wives' tale?
Wives.
Because women just gossip nonstop.
I know. Because I don't think it's wise, because, like, wise to, I don't know. Because I always thought both, too, because, like, oh, wise? Yeah. So I said both. I never really fucking knew.
I just tried to say it quick enough that
Yeah, nobody really knew. I was like, I'm going to question it. I'm going to go both which way. Like, crick or creek with some people. Like, yeah, I'll throw it in there.
That's how I got through high school Spanish, was just say it fast enough, no one can tell if I did it right. And that's how I get through, using big words. Just say it real quick.
I never picked up Spanish. I've picked up more Norwegian than I have Spanish, and I took Spanish 4 times. I took it 4 times throughout all my schooling. I took it in like 3rd grade, I took it in 6th grade, 8th grade, and then 9th grade, and I was like, fuck Spanish.
Yeah, I didn't take it. Wasn't a requirement. I just did requirement classes, and like anyway, like the year right below me, it was requirement to take 2 year or like the second language. So I just barely made the cutoff. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not taking Spanish. I never needed it. But now I'm on job sites. I'm like, god damn it! I wish I would have like my attention is like some guy like running a wall. And he's just like looking at me. I'm like, this really would have come in handy to guide this beam in here so nobody gets hurt. But fuck me, right? You should pay attention more. Yeah, that kind of sucks sometimes, but
I've pulled out my phone to try to get like the Google translator to say what I want in Spanish. I've done that a couple of times when we used to do concrete.
Yeah.
That was a fun time.
They knew English. They were just fucking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like sometimes I'm just like, are they just being difficult? But there's some guys like you just see it in their eyes, like he has no idea what I just said to him. Like, there's nothing there.
Either this man doesn't know what I said or he's stupid.
I'm trying to remember. We had I can't remember their names. Nacho was one. Grandpa.
And then 3 Jose's.
Yes.
And then
who was
Armando.
Armando was the best. He used to dress up exactly like the guy. I guess it wasn't dress up. He always dressed as. Think of the ranger off the first Jurassic Park.
He wasn't dressing as no one. That's how that guy dressed himself.
Yeah, he looked. Dude, you thought he was playing cosplay because it was spot on. He had the hat and everything. And he showed up one day to pour concrete with us, and Paco goes, "Hunting T-Rexes today, I see." Lost my shit.
Dude, be out there talking about smoking coke all day. It's like, we're pouring concrete. You yelling at real loud. There's white people right there, dude.
Yeah, they don't like that. Well,
I think it was Chochi.
Chochi and David? Was that his nephew?
Yeah, I only worked with him twice, and he quit.
I had to work with him for a week before he quit. They made him quit because he had to get down and dig a hole for like 6 feet down at a bar out in Carlisle.
To be fair, that shit sucks.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't be a fan of it.
there was like a his grandpa was in the hole digging faster than he was, and he was like 20 years old, and his grandpa's like, I'd say in his 50s at least.
But anyway, he was just it was so expensive as shit, and I was like, oh yeah, mine's coming too. And I was like, I had to run the heat there because like Valentine's Day, all that shit was like negative bullshit. Everything was just screaming. I've been leaving all the lights on and everything too. So I was like, yeah, it's gonna be pretty high. I got him like $64. I'm like, fuck yeah, I love this apartment.
Man,
like,
when I lived over here, I didn't have an electric bill over $80. And I was there for a year, and it was amazing. And now I'm like, dude, the first month when we moved into that place, I got the bill and it was like $230, and I fucking lost my shit.
I was thinking at least like $1.10. I was thinking something
A lot of that's that fireplace, right?
Really? See, I think the fireplace is gas.
It's on the same bill.
Oh, that's bullshit.
It's gas and electric.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just permanently running. I've never turned off our fireplace either, so it's always just like the pilot on it's always lit.
Yeah.
But don't come in and turn it off, or you can just take off the faceplate and turn it off. But since I don't trust myself to not blow myself up.
Yeah, I'm good with the pilot light. I didn't know that. Now that it's finally not 4 degrees.
It's warm.
Yeah, now that it's not 4 now that it's not 40 degrees, man. Now it's not 4. It stays warm without the fireplace.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets really warm in there. The summer, it's miserable.
Yeah, like during the cold time, like my shit was running like pretty good for like a solid week. But then like this week, I set it down to like 60, 62 or whatever. It's still like 71. Like everybody else's heat above me, below me is just kind of going, fuck yeah. But that week that I had ice on the door and everything.
Dude, they had ice on my door too.
Blowing
Yeah, it
shit.
was freezing on the inside. Did you have any of that?
I don't know what's starting my car, so I don't have it.
No, we're talking about at the house.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Man,
the sliding door.
The sliding door would get ice on the inside when it's been shut all night.
Like the track got so cold it just radiated in.
No, I had the frost, but I didn't have that. I saw the doors outside had the ones in the hallway. They had the ice all the way up and down the metal on the inside.
The ones here, like the glass would get so iced over you couldn't see through it.
Yeah, they got pretty tense. Just cold ice because that shit is blue right at that
But
door.
now we're in the first spring.
Fool spring.
We all know what's going on, Iowa. You ain't getting it this year.
Yeah, we're ready for the next snowstorm, asshole.
Trick me 5 times. Shame on you.
I'm 30 years old. I've fallen for full spring 28 times. It's pretty good record.
But now I know.
I'm wiser now.
That record's gonna start coming my way.
Hearing them old wise tales. I'm just.
Well, so you guys watched 2 Sentence Horror Stories?
I've read a couple.
So there's a show on Netflix based off of them.
Okay.
And so at the beginning of the episode, they're like 20 minutes long an episode, and it's a horror series.
What's it called?
2 Sentence Horror Story.
Okay.
Okay, I like said 2 set horror.
2 Sentence Horror Story.
Sentence?
Sentence.
Sentence?
Sentience. Yes. The
2 sentience.
It's a horror story that's aware that it's a horror story.
Okay.
So, fourth one. But the episode starts, it gives you like the first sentence of the horror story, and then they do the episode, and then you get the second sentence of it that tells you like the twist. And it's pretty good. I thoroughly enjoy each episode.
So do you get to see the twist or do you read the twist?
It's a show.
Okay.
So it'll show you.
Thing, man, it's just like
I might have to check
I like
it out.
Like see, like relays off.
No,
two sentence.
It tells you like, but then like the sentence comes up if like you're questioning like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I guess.
That would happen.
What was that?
Dude, there's one you need to watch that he showed me. Funny Games.
That's fucked up. Funny
It's
games.
really fucked up. It's
Yeah, I don't really know how to get to
it's horrible. It's just these two like
It's horrible. Okay,
it's really good.
really selling me on this.
It's just these two teenagers just show up at this family's house and they make them a bet that they won't be alive by 9 a.m. the next morning.
What a terrible bet.
Yeah, it's a really good movie, but the whole time, like, there's a fourth wall break in it.
A few times, yeah.
Yeah, but
well, yeah.
There's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's really good. It's like one of those what's going on here? You're always looking for why you're doing it, and it fucks with
Just
you.
no reason.
Yeah,
behind
it fucks with you.
Why us? Because you were home.
Yeah. Kind of one of those the strangers type, you know.
Well, then like there's twists.
It fucks me.
There's twists all the way back to like the very beginning of the movie. Like when the movie goes on, you see what's going on. It's weird. It's really good though.
I don't know why that 2 sentence thing reminded me of that. It was the shortest horror story ever told. It was like, do you guys ever heard of that? A while ago. As the last man on Earth sat alone at a table, there was a knock at the door.
Yeah.
And that was like the shortest, like, what the
Shortest horror story.
Yeah, something like that.
Those are the ones I've read that one.
Yeah, I thought that's what you're kind of going with when you're saying that.
That's
And
what it's
okay.
based off of. Like, it was a thing that happens on Reddit a lot is people just write 2 sentence horror stories, and that was also a creative writing assignment too.
Okay, so that's why I was relaying in my head. I was like, okay, I remember that one story, but I didn't know if they were making a shit ton of those series of it.
No, it's just a bunch. Each episode's a different one. Like I said, like 20 minutes long. So
All right, huh?
there's little bits and pieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that
Put it
to
on
my
my
list
memo.
right now.
Yeah, I got pen and paper. What am I doing with memo?
And,
With technology.
But the newest season just came out, and it's like super woke.
What do you mean?
Like each episode has like focused on a society issue, as far as like a gender issue or a race issue, and it's just very much noticeable. I didn't notice it at all in the first like 2 seasons of it, but this season I've noticed it's been each episode, and it's like, I don't know if this is that forced diversity I was told to look out for, or if
Alex Jones.
It's happening, dude.
You have a theory on Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones is a plant.
He's
By
a
the
plant?
By the deep state.
Oh, I thought you meant like straight up.
Yeah, he's a fucking tree.
I thought that was like a whole different.
He is a very aggressive and loud ficus.
I thought you were like leaning towards like a lizard people thing. I'm like, wait, I've heard some.
That's why he's angry about lizard people, because as a plant,
Yeah, I can see this.
they're eating all the insects he needs.
So I can see some weird conspiracy of some like, wait, hold on.
Well, he's the one telling us about psychic vampires, and then like he explains what he means. Like, you need to just open with that and psychic vampire, then you'd be a lot more believable.
That's what I hate about it, because like the first time I hear shit like of something, I'm like, that's bullshit. And then like 20 minutes in, I'm like, well, you got a fucking point.
Yeah.
I was
It's like,
sitting
can
there
you just
watching.
start with the evidence instead of this 20-minute rant on just getting me hyped? What are we looking at?
All right, so he threw 5 points at me. 3 of them were true. The last 2 I'm not so sure about. Is Hillary Clinton a lizard? And was Jesus in fact Tupac? But he was right out of the other 5, so I mean, clearly.
Yeah, he
The
has.
jury's still out on
He has
Tupac and Hillary then, I guess.
He has a positive prediction rating, and unlike
Then
Weatherman.
the Sandy Hook thing happened. And
Yeah, that was weird.
it was like, now do we double down on it was a fix, or do we apologize?
Well,
And he went the apologize route, but so I mean,
yeah.
The Sandy Hook thing. Now, which one was he apologizing for?
the one
He
where
was
he
saying
like,
it wasn't
he was like, it's fake. It's these
Okay,
people
yeah.
weren't these
Yeah.
people didn't actually die, and like the parents reached out to him. He's like, you weren't real, neither were your kids. And these parents were like, did you just tell me my child that was shot in a school shooting and died didn't exist? It's like, okay, so now we can either double down on this and really be a dick, or what if we're right? But double down and be a dick, or apologize. And he apologized, but a lot of his fans did not.
Yeah. So I mean, this weird conspiracies though, like that when you get really thinking about it though, and they put it down to a way you're like, you got a point, but at what the moral risk of saying stuff like that, you're like, I don't know if I can come out and say that, I guess. But I mean, was some plotted for the setup? Maybe. I mean, you could say that, but
Yeah, but
there
you're
were
not talking
There
your
were
way
still
out of-
lives lost, and there was still like that. Remember, like the Vegas shooting? Like remember when they all shot them? And
that still
That
doesn't make
disappeared
sense.
and
That
it
went
bothers
away.
the fuck out of me.
That just went dropped and went away. Because I remember there was like one shooter, but that was like machine gun going down. Like,
and he had like what, 16 guns in the room?
Yeah, but there are also multiple reports from people that were on the ground that said there were other shooters.
Yeah.
Like,
multiple.
And he didn't shoot out those windows; they were removed.
Yeah, they were-
like taken off and moved. And this is like a 45-year-old man, maybe older, but I want to say around there just to be safe. And those windows are hundreds of pounds and rated, so you can't go through them because people are always jumping out of fucking buildings in Vegas. But yeah, and they were just removed. So a lot of shit doesn't make sense. And then
But then it just disappeared.
That's what really bugged me. Like nothing after it, just like came about, and everybody got a little hyped, and then like, oh, and then all the other bullshit.
Yeah, then
just buried it.
that wasn't even in 2020. That was in what, like 2018?
That was like right after Sandy Hook, I thought, wasn't it?
So it was recent.
Wasn't it though?
I
Okay, let me
think-
look
yeah,
it
look it up.
Okay.
The Vegas shooting. I want to say it was in like 2019, 2018.
My years are fucked up. 2020 really did a number on me with
Yeah.
just like a whole bunch of just dumb
I
shit.
got PTSD from like negative things happening.
There's so many bad shit.
Are you really fidgety?
10 thinks this year is going to be the same as last year.
You know,
Dude,
there's
I've been saying that like it's really easy to get positive coming into the new year. Like, all right, 2021's gonna be different. Like, why though? Why would anything suck less? Am I, when the clock strikes midnight, am I suddenly gonna be a millionaire and world hunger suddenly ends? No, it's gonna be the same fucking shit. Coronavirus is still here.
Dude, it's well, the last plagues that we had, all of them strangely in the 20s. So it lasted, I think, right around an average of 2 to 3 years. So we're probably still at the 2 to 3 year
And
mark.
we're
before
getting
shit-
this vaccine out pretty damn quick.
but like
Yeah, but I mean, maybe 18 months, so we're dropping the average down.
there's a whole
2
bunch
months,
of
but-
coincidences from last year to this year.
Like what?
Okay, Kobe, and now Tiger didn't die, but is that
that would've-
That would have, I would have at that point said, okay, you're right. Hey, this is going to be the same year.
now his career's probably done.
Maybe, but I mean, people come back from surgery
Oh,
all
dude,
the time.
yeah, I mean, you could, but when you piss off,
This isn't his first time coming
yeah,
back.
he's got rods.
Yeah,
and
didn't the
things and
last
shit.
time he get all fucked up was his
life.
life?
You don't know.
Yeah, the golf club.
That was the worst beating. The car accident wasn't shit.
I love the SNL skit of that.
Dude, if he would have died in that, I would have like put all my money on Tom Brady to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would have done that too.
It's like, what's that? Goats are dying. Tom Brady Super Bowl.
Dies in the Super Bowl as his team wins.
Fuck yeah.
2017 was the Las Vegas shooting.
4 years ago.
So yeah, during Trump years.
Yeah.
Man, Trump was a long presidency. That was a long 4 years, wasn't it?
It was. Wish you could.
We have
wish it could
another
be
one.
longer myself.
I started to think Kanye's not winning, guys.
Oh God, I still when that came out and I heard that I'm like, why did you even doing that?
He wants attention.
We know you're a genius, man, but you ain't this kind of genius.
Paco convinced Baker Kanye West was the smartest man on the planet.
No, I made him appreciate Kanye West's music mind. And his marketing mind. The guy is a fucking genius at marketing. So that's why I'm like, everyone's like, oh, he's crazy. I'm like, maybe that's just a gimmick. I mean, we're talking about him.
Yeah.
Like everyone wants to like hate on him. Like when anything goes bad for Kanye, it's like Kanye's still a millionaire.
He's going to recover.
He's fine. I mean, he might be losing his wife, but he was still married to Kim Kardashian for a while. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
He's got people lined up to fill in for him that spot, I guess.
Did you ever see that clip where he was mocking Kim on the interview? It was so funny. But like when she was like, when they were talking about her pool outside, she goes, "I've never swum in our pool." And he's like, "What? You never swim in the pool?" And she's like, "No, it looks nice and everything, but I've never swum in it." And he goes, and he's like, went back to texting like, "All right, you know." And then she goes, "But we need a jacuzzi. I can't believe you have a jacuzzi." And then like he looked at the camera and he was like, "Can you believe that? We don't have a jacuzzi. Can you believe that? That's just insane." And he went just like went back, like mocking her, like just ignorant.
Well, Scott, her sister's ex-husband, did the same thing. They're like, "Hey, we got a bunch of coupons for something." He's like, "Oh, thank God. How would we have ever afforded that without the fucking coupons?" It's like, this is clearly a ploy to say them on television. It's like, why is this guy being so real on television? Are y'all cool with this?
It's either that or reshoot 50 times and he just keeps doing it. I just keep working and perfecting my line.
I didn't know if that guy like stayed up all night. Like, did he have writers on
Help him out.
for lines?
His wife pissed him off the week before and he just reached out to a Hollywood writer to write him up a one-liner.
I rode out to SAG and like 3 dudes showed up to follow me around with a walkie-talkie in my ear and just feed me lines, and I've been pissing off my wife gloriously. And our ratings through the roof.
I'm telling you, if I had the money, that's something I'd do.
Dude, if I think anyone sold a soul to the devil, it's Kris Jenner. Like, how does your family get famous for being famous before being famous? Like, that's fucking insane to me.
It's because she made the fucking porn.
No, that was
Kardashians were already.
They were already famous. They were already rich, like going into that.
Didn't they own hotels?
No, their dad was the lawyer for OJ.
Oh, yeah, Johnny Cochran.
One of the legal
No, not Johnny
assassins.
Cochran.
Yeah, who the fuck's Johnny Cochran?
Johnny Cochran was his other attorney, but what's
Mr. Kardashian.
How many lawyers did this man have?
A lot. Remember Joe Rogan's video? He hired a team of legal assassins, not just one.
He beat them.
I'm sorry, poor man. I think
No one that's ever won an important court case had one attorney.
I knew when I was taking a law class, one of the teachers was an attorney at a law firm, and he was telling me that sometimes when he was like defending clients, they'd hire an attorney to take notes on him as his client's attorney, because if he lost the case, they were going to sue him.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? I wouldn't have taken the case.
Wrongfully doing that. That's like a good way to cash out. Get some money.
You are that confident that you're going to win. What you don't know is you're like running a side hustle. That's the other attorney that's monitoring you. So you're getting paid twice for the same
I
case.
can never lose. When I looked up, did you hear about the guy that won their lottery for returning the orange juice?
What?
Okay, so he bought orange juice and went home, and then his wife said he got the expensive one. So she was like, "Go back, you got the expensive one, and return it and get the cheap one." So he was like, "All right." So he went back there, and when he exchanged it and got the other orange juice, but with the money he got a lottery ticket, and with the money he got a fucking big. He won $315 million with that lottery ticket and stuff. But I was like, "Yeah, it's awesome for him." But I was like, "What was your plan to go back to home?" I was like, yeah, I returned it, got the money, but I blew them on lottery tickets. Here you go. Thanks for the savings for making me drive back to the store for fucking $2 on orange juice.
Yeah, but that backfired on him.
But yeah, but I was like,
now she's never gonna live that down.
Never. It totally backfired and went the other way. But I was like, what was your plan there? Just saying you did that. But anyway.
He was trying to be a dick, and God literally went.
He's like, you got it, bro. 315 mil.
No, that's supposed to be a feel-good story, but at the same time, why were these people hurting so bad that they needed to fucking return orange juice?
Well, they were like elderly, like coupon people.
Oh,
you know, I think that's kind of like.
How come old people are always the ones that fucking order and win the lottery? It's always old.
They've had a longer time to be in the.
It's random. The 18-year-olds should be fucking winning that shit too.
Yeah, it's random. So they've had the random chance every year longer.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe it's because they're buying more tickets.
If you have a 1 in 100 chance, but you get that 1 in 100 chance 80 times.
No, that's not how it works, because every year you have a 1 in 100 chance.
Yeah, so you've had it 80 times, though. So
that doesn't increase your odds every time. No, you still have the same
You only
amount.
gotta win once.
Yeah, but you have a 1 in 100 chance every time. It's not like I didn't win the first 50 times, now I have a 51% chance of winning.
Yeah, you have another 1 in 100 chance. So that's an additional chance.
Yeah, but it's not upping your odds.
That's the way it is. It's more likely to happen now. Mm-hmm. That's how odds work.
No.
Yes.
It's not more likely because you're older. That doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, the longer you live, the more likely you are to die.
No, you could be 18 and win the lottery too.
Yeah, but the longer you live, the more likely you are to die. The longer you live, the more likely you are to
buy a ticket. You can be 18.
You can have 18 with
yeah, 21.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Be 21 by cigarettes too.
These things mean nothing to me.
Yeah, we're fucking adults.
Yeah, wouldn't that suck if they did sell you one? You go to remember, like, yeah, sorry, bro.
Yeah,
oh my god.
You won the week before they changed the age?
Well, no, yeah, that would suck even worse. At that point, I would
run away
sue
from my
you.
abusive parents, but now I have to go back.
I'm not an adult.
I'm going to go back home where they're going to beat me and they won't let me cash in this lottery ticket and they'll keep the money all to themselves and they'll spend it all on my neck.
Hey, did you hear Lady Gaga's dogs got kidnapped?
Yeah, and the dog walker got shot.
He got shot.
What?
Yeah, someone shot Lady Gaga's dog walker and kidnapped her dogs.
Her 2
This
dogs.
is a ransom.
Yeah, and she even posted, the deal says, I'll give anybody like $500,000 for the return no questions asked.
Even for the dog walker?
Well, like the dog walker, he's alive, like in a hospital and stuff. I'm sure he's gonna get well taken care
He's got insurance.
Yeah, I think it's like Lady Gaga.
He's got
He's Lady Gaga's dog walker.
He's got fancy dog walker insurance. He's got the best insurance money can buy.
I would assume Lady Gaga's dogs also have insurance.
Well, her dogs, yeah, but that's just the walker. He's replaceable.
Oh, everyone's replaceable.
Not dogs, though.
But yeah, I love how the dudes put it too. They were like, some speculate that people may have known who the dog owner was. I was like, really? You didn't think that might have known who the dog's owner was?
Honestly, I was just stealing any dog that had a solid gold necklace that day.
Well, like,
That was just out and about.
oh, they just like went on to saying like, well, it's like a very sought after and stolen dog.
Wait, where was he walking the dogs at?
Probably like Miami, wherever. Great fucking land, I would assume.
Went to LA, decided to walk
He
through the
picked up the dog from the rich neighborhood that Lady Gaga lives in and drove to South Central.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk my dog.
yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm probably not gonna drive in the ghetto and try and take somebody's dog.
It's gonna come out in a week. It's gonna come out in a week. He was making a YouTube video.
Hey guys, we're pranking Lady Gaga.
Yeah. It just backfired. Somebody actually robbed him. They probably tried to just take the dogs and he probably put up a fight.
There was a video about it. Like he said.
Oh, there's a video.
Yeah, like it was a whole. There was like 3 videos because they all had the Ring doorbells. So it was like they watched it all, like on the deal. I thought maybe you guys saw the video of it.
No, I didn't even hear about
I
that.
remember Abby mentioning it, and she was like, "Why would somebody do that?" I was like, "Because Lady Gaga already offered $500,000."
Yeah.
Cash money.
You wait another 2 weeks, man. You're probably over $1 million.
I mean, as soon as those dogs come back, now I know if I need $500,000, just go steal Lady Gaga dogs, and I'm set, right?
I'll probably switch out to celebrity though. I don't know about just Lady Gaga.
On one of the other episodes of the podcast, Ten was talking about killing a dog and taking the money that it was left.
Oh yeah, I heard that one. Yeah.
Bro, it was nuts.
That's not what happened.
Now, I was just saying, if I had that dog and it was pretty milky-eyed and older, and like
worth a couple million
I could use that money. Like, yeah, I might put down a treat in the driveway. You know,
You wouldn't even
oddly specific.
put some thought into this.
How often have you euthanized dogs?
that was just a random one, I promise.
Oh, so you use other options? You have more methods?
Just random ones, maybe?
What methods do you normally use to assassinate dogs?
I'm sure a dog's pretty easy to take down, so I'm pretty sure there's countless options here.
What the fuck?
It's, are you kidding me? We're so high up on the food chain. What are you killing a dog? Like, really? You can kill it with a squeegee if you want. Like,
What is squeegee? That's also.
It seems like
How often have you killed a dog with a squeegee?
Did you get it really clean? Was there?
made the weird sound every time.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. And then, of course, that attracted a cat, and so Ted had to beat the cat to death.
He used the cat to beat the dog to death.
Thanks, guys. Now I'm an animal abuser.
Allegedly. For comedy, that's a satirical beating.
Yeah. I mean, I own dogs, so people are gonna see me or whatever. They might maybe see
Don't
me.
let him go anywhere near a fucking squeegee.
Yeah.
He's
Or
gonna
I'll
get
grab my dog.
buckets
and be
of
like,
red
"No."
paint dumped on him when he goes outside now.
Son of a bitch.
PETA's after you.
Yeah. I would straight up fuck that dude up. I'm not gonna lie.
If you have insurance, let's find out.
Yeah. So his little non-protein body's gonna find out what the fuck I'm about coming at you right now.
He's got proteins, plant protein.
Okay, I get that, but it just seems less superior to me, okay?
I had some plant protein today. It was delicious.
But do you still eat meat?
Today? I didn't eat meat today.
But you do eat meat on the regular?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just happen to eat a protein plant cookie.
I like eating protein meat. I prefer the bean and everything too, I guess, but it tastes good. Like, I'm not knocking the taste of it, I guess. I just like...
Ken's defending his stance on...
No one's attacking. There's no other side to this argument.
Because I'm so frustrated with people thinking that I'm an animal abuser. So I'm like, I know this.
I know it's going to be hard after that 10-minute spiel on how you'd euthanize a dog.
I'm talking about how much you like meat. Did you, by chance, kill a neighbor's dog with a squeegee?
And then eat it?
No, I didn't.
Was it that cold of a day you couldn't go outside?
That's how he saved on his
I did see a lost dog sign as I was coming in.
Weird.
Yeah, that's been out for a bit. I've seen that too.
Do you recognize it?
No, I
It's
don't.
not one that you've taken on it.
Not one of mine. Keep all the collars, just like right off.
That's fucked up.
Why do you have all these dog collars? You keep them for sentimental value? Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah,
it is.
trophy. I mean, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I know it's fucked up. I hate animal abuse, but see, I guess like this one.
So I want to talk about this UFO thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Switch gears from beating a dog's ass.
I'm sure it'll find its way back. We'll get a call back into it here.
We'll circle back to that.
Beat that dog like John Jones beat
Ray Rice, this fucking dog across this room right now.
anywhere near an elevator with him.
Oh my god.
Sorry, go on about UFOs.
Hold on, I gotta get that visual out of my head.
Shouldn't that was on Jay-Z? Didn't he get his ass whipped in an elevator?
JC?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's I don't remember hearing a comment.
I thought it was like he went into an elevator with his wife and he came out and he had a scratch down the side of his face.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, Beyonce whooped his ass. Why are we surprised?
Yeah, she's a sassy.
He let it happen too. He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, it's Beyonce.
What's the one? Busta Rhymes, didn't he beat the shit out of it? Yeah. But remember Busta Rhymes?
Yeah, he got fucked up with the fire festival thing too.
No, he beat the shit out of some
That
guy.
was Ja Rule, never mind.
Yeah, like, and Busta Rhymes is a big guy, but some guy, like, he was at a stoplight, and some guy walked in front of him on the crosswalk, and he was like, Busta Rhymes and stuff. He kind of, like, waved him off, and went, fuck you, and spit on his car. Busta Rhymes just got out and just beat the shit out of him in the middle of the intersection.
What the
Like,
fuck?
nope, I'm not having that.
I'm not about that life.
He's a big dude. He was, like, coming out of the car.
Man. No, UFOs, before I
Okay,
forget.
go on.
Before we keep talking about spouse abuse.
Yeah, and I mean, we've went from animal abuse, spouse abuse. What else you guys got?
Anyone beat their children recently? Pulling Adrian Peterson.
Wow. That was like 10 years ago, man.
Thank God it ain't Chris Benoit we're referencing here, but...
Yeah. It's dark.
Chris Wallace? Was that the guy who murdered his wife and kids?
No, that's Chris Benoit.
No, Chris Watts. That's the guy.
Chris Watts.
Yeah, Chris Watts.
I don't know who that is.
It was in the news recently. Everyone was like pissed off because like his side piece walked and like she would look it up online to see if someone who had the exact same thing happen, like they were the side piece to someone who murdered their family, and they like finding out they could get a book deal and shit out of it, and they used that in court. Like, we know that he did it because his side piece admitted to it in her Google search history. And like he just got to the back and he's fucking joking.
Oh man, yeah. If somebody got me caught because of a text, like I killed somebody and they got me caught because of a text, they're probably on the list.
Why does your friend's Google search history? Can I be complacent for my friend's murder?
Yeah. How very oddly specific, Google.
Why did you MapQuest these exact specification and location? Don't go there.
Yeah, that's just a no-go spot. I just marked like that.
You can see it's on my map. The X is where you don't go.
Stay away from this circle. Anyway, back to your UFOs before you get distracted again.
Yeah, it happens. I'm sorry. The planes, the UFO plane. 2 days ago, no, yesterday. It was 1 day ago, yesterday. You told me about it on the news that an American Airlines pilot admitted that he saw a UFO. There's the radio transcript. You can listen to the video. You guys heard it with me where he's like, I don't know how to say this, but something, are there any targets up here? Something very cylindrical just flew over us. It looked like a missile tomahawk or a missile rocket of some kind, but it moved very quick. And American Airlines came out with the first statement and said that at this time there's no evidence saying that's an actual what's the word I'm thinking of?
Transcript?
No,
Transcribed?
no,
Translation?
no, broadcast. Transmission, that's the one. Transmission, thank you.
Translation?
Yeah, it was, they put out their first statement, said that there was no evidence saying that it was a confirmed American Airlines transmission. And then they did an investigation and said, after talking to our pilots and reviewing additional information, we can confirm this was an American Airlines transmission. So it actually happened. The pilot actually said that. And then
No answer.
yeah, then the American Airlines rep who posted that statement said, for further questions, please see the FBI. And then Fox has reached out to the FBI and hasn't gotten a response yet. But
Fox was on air that shit.
yeah, but Rogan had that pilot on like a year ago, I want to say, that was talking about the Navy captured these things over the ocean. I told you guys about.
They captured them, or they just?
They have video of them.
It was like capturing it like a completely different
Yeah,
scenario.
no, they seen it.
Like Will Smith pulling them out and punching them.
Yeah, no, not that. They seen it with their eyes, and they have it on Navy pilot video cameras from the jets that just record everything that they're pointing at. They have this tic-tac looking ship flying at 30,000 feet, and it just drops instantly down to 1,000 feet above sea level in like a nanosecond. And the pilots were saying that there's no sign of ignition or a exhaust, so they don't know what's causing it to do it. And then it was jamming their lock-on radar so that they couldn't get a lock on it. It was actively jamming it, and this is the military's fighter pilots that can't get locks on it. This is the best of the best the human race has. Can't lock onto these things. And then it flew from where they were next to the pilots determined, like, because they were going out doing test flights or something. It was going to their determined location without them ever like radioing where they were going. It went there in about a second, and then it just disappeared. And the pilots were saying that they've been talking to other pilots flying out on, I want to say, the East Coast. and that they are all reporting seeing tons of these things. So, aliens. Not necessarily aliens. I mean, I see there's three outcomes here. Either the government's working and they have this ship already and they're just not bringing it out yet. Totally possible. That's what it was like with the B-2 bomber. It's another country and we don't know about this technology and it's like, say, China or Russia's technology. Or it's aliens, and that would be the best one.
Now, what if it's aliens, but they gave the technology to Russia?
Also possible. But then would it be aliens or would it be Russia?
Both. Russian aliens.
What do you just think would be the best way to capture one? Oh, see.
Oh.
Local PD looking for somebody, I see.
Yeah.
It's that's in me.
Great neighborhood here.
I gotta love it. That was weird. Let's take a quick commercial break.
Like telekinetic energy or something.
Well, can I get that extra?
Mitochondrians in the bloodstream. It runs on the force.
Well, if Bob Lazar is to be believed, it's made out of element.
Yep, he's looking again.
Yeah, hey, yeah. We'll keep this time out then.
He's over here! He's got the gun!
They're looking for someone's lost dog. Really busy in the Altoona PD.
I love how there's a line of people behind them and he don't give a shit. He's slow down.
So EMP taking down Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar said that it was out of element like, I can't remember, I think it was like 49, something like that. It was an element. He said years ago that they would discover this element, they had it at Area 51, and that he worked on these alien ships there. And after the government tried to destroy him, and that's a whole other thing, he said that they knew of this element that hadn't been discovered yet, and he called it Element 115. And then like 3 years ago, they came out and said that they discovered and can create Element 115. So he said it like 40 years before it happened, 30 years.
Yeah, those guys getting discredited and all that shit.
Yeah, he said he worked at this government facility and that they had, to get into the facility, they had retinal scanners, and this is in like the 80s. And they said that
the recall shit.
Yeah, and this is before this shit was actually out, and he was saying that that's how you get in, is it does these retinal scanners, and he described the machine, and then like 10 years later it came out that these machines are now available to the public exactly like how he described. And he was saying when he was working on the alien ships, he was filling in for a scientist that had been killed in an accident that had happened there. And so far about these ships, the power system, the thing that gave it the power, there was no wiring connecting the parts, and you would move this piece into this proximity of another piece. So like, say this is one part, this is another, you take this part and move it close to it, and that'd power the entire ship with no wires or anything.
Kind of like this, like touchpad.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Touchpad.
Yeah, you put it on and now that's getting power. Yeah, but no wires.
Close, yeah, I'm just saying this is just like...
Yeah, so it's like, imagine unplugging your charger from the wall and it's still charging your phone.
Yeah, this is great value versus great, you know. Yeah.
Witchcraft.
Yeah.
So that was Bob Lazar, but yeah, now they're saying they're seeing these planes and it's coming out that these ships are over the East Coast, and that, well, this one was over New Mexico at 36,000 feet.
I like to stay about 20 feet.
Yeah, that's even pushing it.
Well, that's the range. I mean, I gotta go upstairs sometimes.
Which of those three options do you think would be the worst?
What?
Either that was one of our ships that we made that the government hasn't released yet, that was another country's, or it was aliens.
Aliens.
Probably the worst would be the that it's in other countries.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I think my best. I was like, worst? Yeah,
The worst would be
Best is it's ours.
Oh, well, yeah, like best would be like, yeah, we just came out of this shit.
The one that's most middle, it could be worst or best, is the alien.
Yeah.
Actually, I was straight up like, I'm just because of like, I want to know, and I want to know what's out there.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to, like, that's.
I think that'd
like
be the best, but
case.
I think you'd be running a risk. But at the same time, if they're already here and they have those ships and they haven't done anything,
But if they're here in Benevolent, we don't fucking know.
yeah, like we don't know. But they haven't. If they're here and those are their ships, then they already have better technology than us by far.
They could
and they
take
could do
us
whatever
out
they
right
wanted,
anywhere.
and they haven't done anything yet.
What if they don't have that technology? What if they were just like zooming by on an asteroid on accident or something?
On an asteroid.
36,000 feet.
Yeah,
above Earth.
Yeah, these things happen, dude.
Not that's the sky, man.
It could happen.
That's where planes fly.
Shit could happen.
I don't know. I hope it's aliens.
Yeah, that'd be my
I'm ready
best.
for some answers.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any answers. You're just going to have more questions. How are you going to communicate with the alien? Then again, that's putting limitations on something we don't understand.
Yeah. I like to think that they know how to at least speak to us in some form, because we can figure out how to talk to fucking gorillas.
Yeah, it took a few years. You want us to be locked up in a cage in an alien spaceship? You want to be in an alien zoo?
Is it nice?
It's an alien zoo.
Is it nice?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Do monkeys like living in zoos?
Yeah, but we're
some of them bite.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Like look at
Coco
Norway.
fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Look at Norway's prisons. That's like a better apartment than mine.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, that's because they.
I want to know about this alien zoo. What's it like?
That's a good question.
Like, what if it is the size of a city and I have everything I want? Okay.
I would imagine it's like San Diego, but they have it broken apart by different planets.
Yeah, am I just like a jester for hire though? Like just
No, you're like an otter. Like they want to see like scurry around up and down trees and shit. Like they just like see you like running around your apartment.
Well, how did jesters status back in the day? Did they live with them or were they just hired on?
The jesters
Okay.
lived with them. They were. That's why you got a royal jester.
Okay.
It's like you're the royal comedian.
I didn't know if you're on like retainer, just staying there the whole time. Just like, you entertain me. We have no TV, so we're gonna have you just sitting there tap dancing for 8 hours.
They used to hurt themselves and do tricks,
Can't
like
get that.
backflips and shit.
Whoever's the most pain resilient will be the best.
Yeah. So you get a psycho king. Man, it would have been fun to be the king.
But at the same time, how long did we watch Chris Angel? I'm like, fuck yeah, we watched that.
Only until I was like 15.
I'm just saying now, Chris Angel's a...
Chris Angel?
Yeah, no, I'm saying Chris Angel, but like David Blaine, all that shit.
All right, David Blaine's
Pain,
pretty good.
hurting, and stuff. Like, yeah, we
He did that balloon thing, which was weird.
Remember when we stayed in the ice for like a week or something like that? He stayed,
24
like,
hours.
Oh, okay, I thought it was like a week or something.
Oh, you're talking about the ice. I was talking about he held his breath for like an hour or something.
Maybe just a ridiculous amount of time. Like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he cheated, guys.
Yeah. Some of that I was like, there's no way you could possibly live that. No.
I'm just made different. Shut the fuck up, dude. There's people way tougher than you that have tried this shit.
Where'd you hide it?
Just say people naturally like to watch their people get hurt. Though.
Yeah.
If there's a
It's a
gladiator
human thing.
stand, I would totally
I-
go watch the gladiator.
I would
stand.
tell. Yeah, I'd watch some gladiators.
Oh yeah, if it was just a whole bunch of death row inmates going for it, like yeah, sign
Did
me
you watch
up.
gladiators?
I don't know if I got the stomach for it.
You know, most of the time they didn't die.
Yeah, like they were really expensive slaves, so they wouldn't kill them all and stuff. But
I
still.
still don't think I got the stomach. They would die. I mean, like, we're pretty brutal nowadays. Like, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think I
guess
still
we do
watch
it
them.
nowadays.
Especially if it was a bunch of like death row inmates and like they fully understood like they're going to die. They'd probably have like a pact to kill each other because being dead would be better than.
What if you got? What if you got like 5 matches, 5 wins, you get your freedom?
Nah, I still would. I wouldn't fucking watch it. That's
You're like let out of prison.
no, man. I can't watch it.
I just don't think you. I don't think you could ever let out of prison. I think you could.
No, you can't. You can't let someone murder 5 other
Nah.
people.
They used to do it all the time in Rome.
I just don't see that do it. Like maybe we can get you better accommodations of TVs, shit. We can
Yeah, like,
hook it up
okay.
a little better, but
It says here you went to prison for murdering 25 people. If you murder 5 more, you get a smoothie.
we won't kill you lethally with injection, but you can just chill out in the sweet pad. And,
What they don't know is the 5th round is rigged. They get to come out and they get a knife. It's got an M16 and a sawed off. Like,
No, you got to do it hand to hand.
now here's a broken bottle. Go for it, buddy.
There's a broken bottle and a pair of old Nikes.
Good luck.
Both left-footed.
Yeah.
2 sizes too small. And
No, you make them big.
The field's broken glass.
Bigger shoes, they don't work. You get the comfort of running for like a second.
Yeah, back to the main point. I couldn't stomach watching like
Gladiator
I
fights.
couldn't watch them murder each other. Like that would be too much.
I think I could totally watch that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, if I watch it, I get desensitized. But like the first 2 times, like it would change me as a human.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I'm sure the first time you're gonna
like
walk away feeling dirty.
First time like a limb flops and shit, like
Just
something
like,
like, oh god damn.
Like
Like,
I've seen shit on the internet that I've walked away
Yeah.
from. Like I'm a changed man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
There's
seeing
a
a
couple
lot
of
of those old videos, just really fucking like surprising video. Like, buddy's like, oh, you gotta check this out. Okay, like, why would you show me that? Why would you ever show me that
Faces
video?
of Death was the one I always watched. That was
About Overage.
That dude's face looked like Predator.
yeah. Oh, the dude who he fell.
Split his
He
whole
didn't
jaw.
fall, he fucking jumped.
Yeah, he tried to dive into the ocean and hit a fucking boulder.
Yeah, split his mouth all open. I remember
How
that.
bad is your fucking aim that you missed the ocean?
Right?
Like any spot, he had a 75% chance of success.
You just fucked it up, man. That was your moment. Eminem told you about this.
Like random
one
chance,
shot.
it's better shot, dude. What the fuck? That poor guy. That dude died.
Yeah.
Like I watched it happen. Like if I had just like cut it after like watching him land, I might have been okay. But like I saw the ambulance right afterwards, and like I like heard him gurgling and saw his tongue moving while he was trying to talk.
Yeah.
His face was split open. Like it's haunted me. And then Baker's a fucking prick and sends it to me in my email. Like, so it was just like there, and I mentioned it one day. I was like, "You're a fucking asshole for that." And he sent it to me again that night. Like
You know how to fuck with him, don't you? He's scared of the Invisible Man.
I know, and I
just sent a picture of an Invisible Man. Though.
You don't have to. You just send a picture of a chair and be like,
That chair was really screwed.
what you do is you get Maddie to take a picture of just like something different, like Baker's sleeping or something, and then send it to you, and you save it and tell Maddie, deny.
There's a lot of weird going on.
And then just text it to Baker randomly from a number he doesn't know, and he's gonna just see a picture of him sleeping. No idea where it came from. He's automatically gonna ask.
Why do I feel like you have this in the works?
I have a lot of pranks planned for my friends. That's what I do all day. I'm at work. I have 8 hours of work, but it doesn't keep my mind busy. So I just think of how to fuck with my friends when I get pissed off at them.
What's our contingency plans for us then?
I can't tell you. It'll ruin the fun. I'm like Batman. He has a contingency plan for everyone. Scotty got his though.
Yeah, for
The website.
You need to change it up though. Plus, we don't know what he's up to. He might be.
Yeah, I know. That's why I haven't put any more effort into it. But I'm still paying for it because it was the best burn I've ever done in my life.
You know, we always want to talk about how alone Scotty is, but he might actually be the happiest out of all of us.
He's got all the nicest toys.
He does. He has the nicest cars. He's got the nicest house.
Guns.
Yeah, he's got everything, dude. The dude's doing great.
It's like your option was pussy or everything else, and he was like,
That one. Option B, please. Is there any like, lighthearted jokes that you always did to each other with like random pranks growing up?
Lighthearted?
Yeah.
I mean, there's what's lighthearted.
Yeah,
no,
what do you consider lighthearted?
Like one, I guess, like it was always just like a dick move. I guess, like going to people's houses and like opening up their fridge and like turning down their deal all the way.
Did you do that to me?
I know.
Are you sure? Because one day you came over for the fights and you left, and the next day somebody had turned the fucking fridge all the way down and all the milk froze, and I got my ass chewed for a good 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, it was like no, I didn't do yours. No,
He fucking totally did
I
it.
did not do yours. No,
Or he got it from someone who did.
No, definitely
do
wasn't
it?
James. Was it you?
James did that kind of shit all the time.
Yeah, but James
It
hadn't
was
been
just
to
a
my
petty
house.
joke. I just remember like turning it off or like really cold or something,
You
just like
can't be-
shutting it like dick. Just
I'm
like
telling Kathy you did it.
I didn't do it, but okay.
He's getting this pressure off of him.
So any more like that? I guess.
We duct taped one of our friends upside down to a pole,
Yeah.
and then we racked him and threw things at him.
We did that a few different times.
We
Flagpole.
shot a potato gun at each other, hiding in a trash can.
What?
Tin cannon.
Yeah.
And one of our friends hid in a trash can, and we shot it at him
Oh, nice. Yeah.
We used racquetballs.
for safety.
They were safer, and they bounced. And they flew a lot better than the baseballs, because baseballs took a lot more force to get moving.
Oh, I bet.
Racquetballs, you could like squeeze them in a lot better too, so it really held the pressure in there good. And when it hits you, it hit just hard enough to leave a big ass well.
Yeah, the one I had was just a PVC pipe that was shaved up so you could get the potato sealed in there too. You could go down the broomstick. It was great for that. But the other one we did was get a golf ball and wad it up and fucking paper towels and get it all down there. And that thing came out like a fucking rocket, like a golf ball. And that thing like slammed a bounce so bad. Like you shoot it down at the concrete and watch it go. It was so much fun to do with that. But yeah, the potato gun, we used to have it on the highway and semis go by hitting the trailer.
Yeah, a guy at school, he had a cannon that would shoot bowling balls.
Oh my god. We'd have a bowling ball.
Pull it out, and I was like, you need to get the fuck away from here. That is a bomb.
Yeah.
Sir, that's military grade.
Please come anywhere near that. We all going to jail. I mean, I'm pretty white, but Colton's fucked.
You remember hiding in trunks?
Yeah.
I didn't never have to actually hide in a trunk.
That was another game we did too in school. Small town. Yeah.
Pretend that you were somewhere that you weren't.
Yeah. So kind of. Like you just took turns. You put people in the trunk, and then we'd start the school, and then we'd drive, and then like you just stop randomly, like, all right, where are we at? And we're like, Conco. Nope. And you just keep driving around to the guest right or whatever too, or then after a bit they change out. But yeah, you just drive around shit. Like it's a small town, so you're sitting going like left, right, left. You know, like all right, we should be about by the pharmacy. Like no, like it was just a fucked up game. If you really want to be a dick, you start going on gravel, get all the fucking the dust in there, and just keep driving. Like stop the fucking car, and everything, just driving on gravel.
This 10 would go into people's houses, just turn down, then kidnap them, put them in the trunk of his car, and then fill it with gravel dust to torture them.
On his way to bury the dog, he beat with a squeegee.
He would take them back home, and they would go to get a cool, refreshing beverage after being dusted out in the back seat, and all their drinks would be frozen.
And we've circled back. I told you we would.
We came back to that, then we beating the dogs.
I think that's a good spot to stop.
You beat dogs with a squeegee and expect it to just fly, dude.
Oh yeah, we're golden.
I'm gonna go beat my dog. I mean, let my dog out anyways.